Higher taxes may be heading your way, and we're going to talk about that. Higher taxes may be coming your way in the future. Fidelity announced recently that in 2024, they're going to see a record amount of RMDs, required minimum distributions. They expect it to exceed $25 billion this year. So remember that your required minimum distribution, your RMD, is based on the value of the account on December 31st of last year. So a lot of folks said, hey, we noticed in 2023 that our RMD didn't really change that much. That's because the market was down in 2022. So remember, it's based on the value of the year before. There's another reason why, or a few reasons why RMDs are going to be higher now and going forward. It used to be that required minimum distribution started at age 70 and a half. Now they kicked it to age 72, and now it's age 73. So you'll even remember that a couple of years ago they suspended required minimum distributions during COVID. So we've had years where there was no money coming out of these accounts. They continued to compound, and the market has continued to do what it does. But now we also have people waiting until age 73 to start taking distributions. So we've got a few extra years of compounding in there. But another thing that people tend to overlook is your required minimum distribution is based on your life expectancy. And the life expectancy for someone at age 73 is shorter than someone at 69, 70, or even 71. And so you've got a bigger pile of money and a shorter life expectancy. You're going to have a larger required minimum distribution. And as we say, it's a minimum distribution. That's the minimum that you have to take out. But when the money does come out of your retirement account, it's always, always, always going to be ordinary income. It won't be capital gain. We deal with a lot of folks who are in the 35% marginal tax bracket. What that means is if they're in the 35% marginal tax bracket and they start drawing money from their IRAs or from their retirement accounts, every dollar that comes out is taxed at 35%. That's not a situation most folks want to be in. By comparison, capital gains rates, long-term gains, have three different buckets, three different rates. There's 0%, 15%, and 20%. I'm no math whiz, but those three numbers are less than 35% marginal income tax rate. We don't know what income tax rates are going to look like in the future, but it won't be free. So what is something that you can do or things that you should consider? The first is maybe maxing out your 401k at work might not be the best situation. Maybe what you ought to do, it's easy to say, it's very hard to do, is be a little diligent and just sock money away post-tax and put it into something that's going to grow and develop some kind of long-term capital gains. Again, 0%, 15%, and 20% long-term capital gains rates are less or might be less than the marginal tax bracket that you're in when it's time to take money from your retirement accounts. You should also think about and work with an advisor about whether it's beneficial to start taking money out before age 73 and start taking this money out. By doing that, what you're doing is lowering the base that's going to be counted when they calculate your RMD at age 73. There's nothing that says you have to wait until age 73. You may also want to consider doing a Roth conversion. You are going to pay taxes with that. The most optimal situation that we've seen is a year where you have little to no income. Say you retire from your job and you retire in February. You only have 2 months of income that year, not 12 months of income. That may be a beneficial time to think about doing a Roth conversion. There's also qualified charitable distributions that you can now do with your required minimum distributions. You can send money to a charity. This year you can donate up to $105,000 this year. Every year it gets indexed for inflation. But while you don't get the tax break for making a gift to a charity, you don't also have to show that money as taxable income. So there are options out there, but it's imperative that you consider talking to your advisor about what the strategy should be when it's time to take your required minimum distributions. That's the story for episode 367. Thanks again for tuning in.